Let's get the latest. The news team have been with us all day long. They'll be with us all evening as well, and they've got a recap on a momentous news day today. At 5 o'clock, here's Rob Waller.
Husband, father, consort, campaigner, moderniser. Tonight we're remembering the life of the Duke of Edinburgh.
He has quite simply been my strength and stay all these years.
I think that the main lesson that we've learned is that tolerance is the one essential ingredient of any happy marriage.
Well, the more you know about him and his life, I think the more impressed and the more proud I become.
He died this morning at Windsor Castle. Our special correspondent, Georgie Prodromo, is there.
Well, right now I'm looking up at the castle, which was such a big part of the Duke's life. Flowers are still being laid at the steps. Prince Philip came home here from the King Edward VII Hospital on the 16th of March after a month of treatment. The palace spoke of the Queen's deep sorrow at the death of her beloved husband. It was here in Windsor that he passed away peacefully this morning, just before his 100th birthday.
As the UK goes into national mourning, campaigning in the Holyrood election is on hold. Here's our political correspondent, Helen Smith.
The First Minister's led the political tributes here in Scotland.
The Duke of Edinburgh Award scheme transformed the lives and gave hope and inspiration to countless numbers of young people.
Nicola Sturgeon says his long contribution to public service will leave a profound mark. We've also been hearing from two former First Ministers who spent some time with Prince Philip. Here's Jack McConnell and Alex Salmond.
Enjoyed the fun and the laughter of his more relaxed personality in private.
They had an open and inquiring mind about things. And occasionally we did find something on which we did agree.
Now, as a mark of respect, political parties have suspended their Holyrood election campaigns, which aren't due to resume again until Monday.
He was called the Duke of Edinburgh, but it wasn't just a title. His connection with Scotland ran deep.
I'm Lewis Mickey here at Balmoral Castle. It was here that the Duke and Queen spent much of their time away from public duties. They had their honeymoon on the estate in 1947. Reverend Kenneth Mackenzie says locals on Royal Deeside have fond memories of Prince Philip.
There are those who think of the Duke and think of seeing him around the place, out in the hills or taking an interest in these different families.
A small number of flowers have been left at the gates here, but the estate have requested people use the online book of condolence instead.
I'm Brian Rutherford here at Edinburgh Castle. It's where the British Army have been delivering huge guns in preparation to pay respects.
There's a 41-gun salute being fired from Edinburgh Castle tomorrow.
That's the Lord Provost of Edinburgh, Frank Ross.
He took the name of our capital across the world. He put Edinburgh on the map.
Prince Philip gave a speech here in the capital more than 70 years ago when he received the freedom of Edinburgh.
For your hospitality to myself and to thousands of other servicemen who managed to get here for a few hours' relaxation during the war. I know we were a dreadful nuisance and frequently misbehaved.
Floral tributes are laid at the castle and flags fly at half-mast.
Prince Philip's childhood was a difficult one. His family ruled Greece but were exiled after revolution and fled to Paris before he was sent away to school in Scotland. Leah Ross takes up the story.
Well, the royal connection here stems back to the 1930s. Earlier this afternoon, I spoke to Gordonston Principal Lisa Kerr.
Gordonston was immensely important to Prince Philip. He was a pupil who demonstrated at school what he became as a man. Charismatic, he was well liked, and his headmaster described him as a natural leader.
Now, the school ethos here has service at its core. The framework for the Duke of Edinburgh Award was also adapted from principles put forward by the founder of Gordonston. The scheme is undoubtedly part of the legacy of the 99-year-old's life.
I'm Lindsay Hanna in Glasgow's George Square, speaking to people about that legacy, most notably the Duke of Edinburgh Award. Rose remembers seeing him when her nephew received his accolade.
I know he did a lot of work for the award scheme, and it's helped a lot of people, a lot of boys keep out of mischief as well over the years.
Helen Anderson's the director of the scheme.
It has been a significant contribution towards young people and young people's development.
Prince Philip also took a particular interest in environmental issues. In total, he supported more than 800 charities throughout his life.
Well, no details have been announced yet for the funeral. Plans, of course, will be affected by the pandemic. Books of condolence will be opened online, and there'll be silences held before the kick-off of SPFL matches tomorrow.